So this one is from the Varsity House podcast. It's hosted by Sean Crawford. That's a local Cleveland guy. Played at Notre Dame as well as St. Ed's. He had JOK and Greg Newsome on. And this is them talking about the type of teammates Odell Beckham Jr. and Baker Mayfield were and the relationship between the two of them.
Odell got to be one of the best teammates I've had.
Nah, he's probably the best teammate.
Yo.
Like, and people be
it's
like...
OD. It's wild how, like, from the outside, if I was looking in, it'd be like, oh, all right, yeah, cool. But, yo, Buddy, really, he was looking out for the rookies. He went on that, like, you know.
Yeah, no haze and that. Like, after practice, he'd be like, hey, bro, let's work on this. Like, okay, when you do this, make sure when I release you like this, make sure you stay like this. Honestly, the crazy thing is, Baker was a great teammate, too. Like, it's like weird, though. Because, like, I liked him. Like, for me, honestly, like, he'll do stuff, like, I would hang out with him. Because it'll be, like, Austin Hooper, some of the offensive guys. I was hanging out with the offensive guys a little bit.
Okay.
But, like, he'll take us after games. I'll go to dinner with some of, like, if my family's not in town, he'll invite me to dinner and hang out with him. It was just, like, it was just so much. Those relationships just from the whole entire thing was just off, honestly. Like, it was just... And yes, it was it's distracting, but like I knew at the end of the day, I still gotta do my job.
You're right.
And we played at the end of the day, we play defense, so we don't have to worry about the guy throwing us the ball. We ain't got to worry about the guy that's catching the ball. Like we got to stop them, and like we control our destiny at the end of the day. They control obviously the quarterback, receiver, running back. They can control their own stuff. So it was distracting for sure. Like it was definitely locker room talks. It's just like.
And again, that's kind of what we were saying. It just for whatever reason it didn't work out. And it's kind of confirmed.
Greg Newsome kind of said like what I thought. I don't think there's any reason to believe that Baker Mayfield wasn't a good teammate. I don't think there's any reason to believe that Odell Beckham Jr. was a good teammate. I think Odell just wanted to catch the ball. And if the quarterback wasn't getting him the ball and he wasn't feeling it, then that was that. I don't think it was anything personal. I think he could have handled it a lot better. But again, I think it was a purely football thing. I think that Baker tried really hard to work with Odell and to get on the same page, but it just didn't work. And I don't think it's any fault of Odell's. I don't know if it's last year I would say it's a fault of Baker just because he was not playing at his highest level because of the injury. So I think sometimes things just disintegrate, and that doesn't mean that they don't, that somebody's bad and somebody's good. It just sometimes it doesn't work out.